Teroxx community, welcome to this weekly news and crypto market update provided by Teroxx, and this is what we're going to talk about today. We will talk about that Bitfinex lists a crypto hedge fund, as well as that there will be an electric vehicle production in Africa per blockchain, that the FED's injections are maybe positive for Bitcoin, and last but not least we will talk about our weekly crypto market update. Cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex lists a 280 million crypto hedge fund, and what we can see is that the exchange announced that it listed a Bahamas-based crypto hedge fund by Fulgur Alpha, and this Fulgur Alpha hedge fund will only be accessible for professional investors, so with higher sums or with a higher capital. And Fulgur Alpha sums assets are held at a licensed crypto asset custodian Delchain Limited, and this is as well administrated by the Deltec Fund Services, and this is a division of the financial services firm Deltec International Group. The key over here is that the cryptocurrency market seems to evolve, and to list crypto hedge fund is the next step to become a digital asset which will be useful for institutional investors too. So over here we can as well see the next step to the mass adoption. A new US firm plans a 100 million ICO to fund electric vehicle production in Africa, and this is quite interesting due to Alternate System Inc. It's an energy storage and military application company that as well building electric motorcycle wants to do an ICO to collect 100 million US dollars to have a production of electric vehicles in Africa. And what we as well can see that this company is already having a license in Kenya to work over there, and now with the blockchain and crypto money they want to build these things in Africa. And all in all, this seems to be quite an interesting project, even if ICOs are super risky, and we would not give any financial advice in which ICO you should invest into. It's a high risk capital or it's a high risk investment, but all in all the blockchain firms seems to investing in African market, and this, how I said, is good for the mass adoption. Due to when we have a huge mass adoption in different fields of the economy with blockchain and cryptos, this of course will have positive effects on the market and on the price levels. The Watchtower Phoenix CEO explains that this 168 billion US Fed injection will help crypto, or that it's correlated to crypto. And what we just saw is, to give a feeling about what happened, is that the US government gave an injection free of 168 billion into the financial system, or in the ecosystem, in the economy ecosystem, to help the market to grow again or to not go down any further. And this is interesting due to when you always can print new money, this money has no value, it's just based on trust. And this of course giving people new room or new ranges for investments, due to Bitcoin as well dumped a lot. So what we can expect and what we can see over here is that due to Bitcoin dipped and all the market dipped, we see a huge injection which maybe is only based on trust, but that may as well can help the crypto market short term to as well have some new investments too. So all in all, this CEO said that it may sound crazy, but he thinks that 700 billion to $1 trillion is needed to stabilize the market, and this of course then is just based on trust, while Bitcoin is fixed to 21 million Bitcoins, so you can't print new ones. And this of course is a positive sign due to, in this scenario, Bitcoin can grow with facts and not based on trust. When we're now taking a look on the total market capitalization, we can see that we started this week with around 224 billion US dollars, and right now we're hanging at around 140 billion US dollars. This is a dip of 38 to 40% in crypto market in 1 week, and how you can see over here, this dip was quite huge. And if we think the market in the 7-day performance chart, we can see that all the top 12 tokens dipped between 32 and 53%, and this is quite a huge lot, and there as well were very red days with a counter movement that as well got rejected. So over here we can see the market seems to be very weak. All in all, in cryptos went down a lot. We played safe, we kept our capital out of the market, but all in all, what we can see over here is that the corona panic worldwide as well affected the crypto market. And when we're taking a look on Bitcoin on the last 7 days, what we can see is that we had started at around $9,000 level, a dip to around 8,000 level. This is this area over here where we built a support near 7,700, which we tested quite a few times and always bounced a little back. But then after all the corona news started to spreading, the first countries closed the borders. Trump said that there is no EU citizen that can come into the American country within the next days, and so on and so forth. We saw a huge de-invest in cryptos as well as in the stock market and as well in gold. So the market dropped to the first support, and here we can see a small counter movement where people tried to buy back Bitcoin due to they thought that the dip is over, and you can see this in this rising volume as well. But we analyze this based on these 8,000 levels. We first dipped to this point around 25%, so this is quite a huge dip, and the people started to buy back. But afterwards we saw a loop of a downwards movement, and though Bitcoin nearly dropped 50% in one day and a few hours, and this is a huge daily loss. And here you can't analyze anything with a technical view, it's just a hard dip. And as well, when we're taking a look at the RSI, we can see that the RSI nearly went down to 0, and this is something we don't see quite often. Afterwards, the market rose a little, built a local support line down here at around 4,100, and then had tested this previous support once and here over here twice, and build another support which we just broke down through, which we are testing right now. So when we're testing this $5,100 line, we maybe for a positive segment can go up again to the range between 5,250 and 6,000, but for this we need a positive and good market situation. The same can be seen in Ethereum. I just built these lines over here. So we had a dip to support line at around $190, with then having one and two huge dips like in Bitcoin, and from the highest to the point of the builder support line we dropped 50% within 26 hours, and this of course is a quite huge loss in cryptos as well in all the others, but Ethereum dipped hard. We had then a counter movement and tested exactly the support line of the last dip like in Bitcoin, which we tested then once again like in Bitcoin, and now we had another dip with a small upward movement. So what we as well can see over here, that Ethereum seems to be correlated to Bitcoin, so it's having the exactly same moves. And like in Bitcoin, what I can say, we dipped quite hard. So basically the market went down huge. So an investment in this corona panic worldwide is quite risky, but of course giving you good chances when the market is chilled again and giving you a clear trend to when we're coming down again and thinking about that everything is going in cycles. We as well will have an upwards movement somewhere, and there we need to be in the market to have good profits. All in all, the news of this week were quite good while the market went down huge. So I hope you liked this video, and I would love it if you could like, comment or share this video, and we will hear us next time when it comes to news and crypto market update by Teroxx.